right, well, let's talk about the big topic, North Wilkesboro coming back to life. I know you're going to be the promoter of that. There's going to be some pavement races, then there's going to be some dirt races. Take us through this a little bit, would you, Barry?
Yeah, so last year in March, during the Bristol NASCAR weekend, my wife and I stopped by North Wilkesboro. Much like anybody else, we broke in, and we walked the track. And I say that, again, I'm kind of making fun of myself.
No, I know that, yeah.
They knew we were going to stop, and at all times with Speedway Motorsports, we're talking about different ideas and concepts, and they thought I was a little bit unhinged talking about Wilkesboro, and I'm like, no, I want to go take a look at it. I want to do a site survey and see if it's viable. At that time, we did that. We walked about 10 feet, and I turned to my wife, and I said, you know what needs to happen here, right? And she's like, yeah, I know exactly what you're thinking. You want to run this track. And I'm like, yeah, just look at it. And again, it goes back, Scott, to having opportunity. And we had just come off of Bristol Dirt Nationals year one, which was wildly successful. And at that point, it's, well, what do you do next? And it's not a money thing. It's like, what do you do next with these opportunities? And that's where, I was very confident. I still am very confident. In fact, even more so now, getting to know the folks of the area and the racers and all that it's the right thing to do. Yeah. To give you the Cliff Notes version, it turned into a process where we met with Marcus Smith. We chatted with him about it. He went on the Dale Jr. download, and then everything kind of domino effect from there, which actually turned into state funding and a number of other things that was just kind of a convenient, nice, scenario, I guess, that they ended up getting $18 million in funding to not only improve the place, but to, bring it back. And that wasn't my idea. I mean, my idea was to bring it back for a special event, much like a Bristol Dirt Nationals, and run it as a dirt track. Mm-hmm. And this was all a byproduct of this conversation and the hype and things that built around it, because at the end of the day, and I think even as of last night, you could see it, North Wilkesboro was trending on Twitter last night for no other reason than the fact that people are very excited about it, and they want to bring the All-Star race there now. Right. Again, very convenient byproduct of what we're doing. I've always said it's, we are a conduit to help make this happen. And what happens after we do this year is completely up to them, but I will support them 100%. And this is awesome for racing. It's awesome as race fans. 25 years later, when we were all let down, when North Wilkesboro was shut down, now to see it come back it's tremendous. What
is the total budget for the renovation for North Wilkesboro? What do you think it's going to take in the end? You mentioned $18 million, but is that enough?
What they have earmarked, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
$18 million is probably going to be a start. You're right about that.
Yeah.
Some of the revenue that's made this year will go right back into the facility. And I think that, Scott, the biggest thing is that they realize where it's at and what the facility can be realistically now. I know the romantic idea is to get NASCAR back there and a number of other things, but there's so many challenges with that facility. And from a facility standpoint, it's wonderful. But from an infrastructure standpoint, it might not be achievable in 2023 or 24 or into the future. It's just not. It was in 1996 when it was closed down. I mean, it had those challenges then. Mm-hmm. How would that changed in 25 years when nothing's been changed with, the roads around there and a number of other things? So the reality of it is, I don't know if necessarily it will ever be as big as people want it to be.
Right.
But at the end of the day, as race fans, it's going to be operational. And really, that's all that matters.